In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. For God did not send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved.
Good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Jake Johnson, and you're watching Untethered live stream. This is The Deep End. That means it's Sunday night, Old Testament night. We're going to be going through the Bible and talking about old Joshua. Book 19, verse 17. That's where we're going to start for today. How's everybody doing? How's the weather in your neck of the woods? How you feeling for a Sunday night? It's a good Sunday night. It's not raining. Nobody's, killing each other at the moment. The world is basically intact. Seems like we're doing okay. What say you? Oh, we got a couple people here already. Hello, couple people. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Better. Very little margins of error on either side of that screen. For one side is a wall and the other side is a chest of drawers. Never know. It's the magic of TV, folks. You'd think I'm in a vacuous void. I'm really in my bedroom. Drinking a lovely hot cup of coffee. Ready to rock and roll. Get back into the Joshua word. Talk about some more inheritances, going to some more basically impossibly to pronounce words. That's all right. It's good. It's good exercise for when I become an auctioneer. I'll be able to say things that no other tongue can say. Imagine that. The tongue, that's what they'll call me. The tongue. Be like a superhero. I can pronounce words you can't even read. Whose idea was it to put so many THs next to Zs and other consonants? That's what I want to know. They got a different mouth than I have because the mouth that I was born with was not intended to say words like that. But you never know. Could be like old hillbilly speak to them. You never know. It's interesting. It's interesting how the world turns and how many different people there are and different ways of doing things and different ways of speech and different ways of worship and different ways of acting and accepting. It's almost like we were meant to be different people in different places. I don't think the world is supposed to be so small and so crammed together. I think it's better if you have tribes. I think it's better if you stay close to people you understand. Not to say that you shouldn't learn about other cultures. You absolutely should. And then you should return to yours. And not take over and try to make their culture your culture. It's okay to understand it and to learn about it. It's not okay to usurp it and make it something it's never intended to be. But who am I? I'm an extremist, apparently. Just in opinions of an old man rambling, waiting for 4 people to show up. Hey, there's an April. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It is a happy Sunday. How are you doing this fine day? I have been piddling right along. I got some new furniture in the house and got my TV set back up. And my living room is starting to look like a living room again. And on to the kitchen and the bathroom and the freezer room, whatever that room's called. Breakfast nook. Got to refloor the whole thing and re-cabinet some of it and re-wall some of it. And we're getting there. Just got back from Fort Myers. Saw Daddy on his birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday, Mike. I didn't realize it was your birthday or I would have sent wishes. How's Fort Myers doing? It was nice the last time I was there. It's been 20 years ago or better. I've been to several fort places, actually. Fort Myers, Fort Benning, Fort Macon, Tree Fort. Lots of forts. Stopped by again before we left. Just got back about 6:30-ish. Well, you are cutting it short, aren't you? You just walked in the door. It's only just now 8. Well, I'm glad you went. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you saw him. It's always nice to have family. I haven't had either one of my parents for quite some time. So cherish them. Love them. Make sure they know you love them. It rained almost whole way home. Off and on. Well, that's Florida for you. Lots of weather. I was out riding today and it sprinkled a little, but it didn't rain. It just, a couple of drops. But it was sunny. So I didn't think it was going to rain. It was actually shocking when the water hit me. I was like, where'd that come from? Not even a cloud in the sky. So maybe it was flung over from Florida. Tomorrow I'm supposed to get a little bit more of my furniture to the house. And I will begin construction on the bathroom. Well, destruction. I got to tear it down before I can build it up. And then that little project to get done. Thought I might take some pictures, share my new furniture with you guys. And I've got this sweet couple of little rabbits that have been hanging out in my yard. Well, they're not little, they're big rabbits. About that big. Big fluffy brown rabbits. And they're kind of friendly. They don't run unless I get on my motorcycle, then they'll take off, They don't like that too much, but if I just walk out there, they'll just stay right where they're at. I've been thinking about going out and taking some pictures of them. Maybe some video, watch them eat. That might be interesting. You might like that. When's the last time you saw rabbits frolicking? Big rabbits, not little tiny ones. It's getting to be a regular occurrence around here. He wasn't feeling well, and we were going to go to the casino, but he wasn't. He was just hurting. So let's say a prayer for Daddy and my mama too tonight, Jake. Love you. And while we're at it, let's add my sister. She's having a little bit of heart trouble. She had to visit the hospital herself. So add her to your prayer. Father in heaven, we ask that you watch over the people in our family that need you. We ask that you be with them and guide them and keep them safe. And be it your will, Father, they come through their troubles with no problems. In your Son, Jesus Christ's precious name, we ask for your touch. Amen. How about that? Oh, love you true too. Well, let's see who's here. 3 people are here. It's going to be one of those Sundays, I think. People are wore out. We had a pretty good week last week, though. Lots of folks. I think I burned them out with all those names. Well, we got 6 more pages of it, but we'll get through it. Yeah, sounds good. Haven't seen any rabbits in a long time. Well, these guys are just brazen. They're right in my front yard, and they come out every day. So I'm gonna go out and film them a little tomorrow, I think. I'll tell her that you send your wishes and your whatever condolences. That's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I know what you mean, and therefore she'll know. All right. You ready to get into it? Folks, if you got your Bibles handy, turn to book Joshua, that great book of Joshua. That's book 19, verse 17. What are they, jackrabbits? Big. Well, no, they're not jackrabbits. They're like, I don't know if they're whitetails. They're kind of shaggy brown looking. I don't think they're whitetails. I think whitetails are gray. These are just woods rabbits. They're not jackrabbits, but they're pretty big, pretty grown. Nice, bulky muscles. But they're pretty, and they're fun to watch. They just kind of hip-hop around, eat grass, and check out the perimeter. They're my guard rabbits. That's what I call them. No, they're just brown. I don't know what kind of rabbit they are. Just a brown rabbit. Kind of a khaki brown color. A little darker than khaki, but you know what I'm saying. They just look like they have fur. I've seen the gray rabbits with the white tails, and I think that's what a white tail is. They got like a silverish gray look to them, but these aren't those. Just old North Carolina rabbits, I guess. Anyway, I'll take some pictures of them and put up a video or something. I got some other things to film. I got to work out my new camera. I got a nice new camera for doing that sort of thing. I hadn't had a chance to use it yet. Let me see if I can show it to you. There you go. It's one of these. Nice digital camera. Made by Fine Pix. That's a Fujifilm camera. Very nice. I think I paid $20 for it. Not bad. I don't buy anything at cost, by the way, just so you know. When it looks like I'm just raking in the stuff, no. I'm a very wise shopper. I love the Microy. Is that a camera? I don't know what that is. Microphone. Oh, this thing. I got you. Yeah, I saved up a long time to buy this thing. This and this together is almost $400. That I could not buy cheaply because that was a prime piece of device that I needed. Yes, Barma. You're just speaking gibberish now. I don't know what a Barma is. Bargain, that's right. Bargain shopping, always good. Yes, I always try to bargain shop. I don't like to pay price for anything. If there's a price tag on it, I'll start negotiating immediately. I don't like to, and I don't like to buy things on credit either. A lot of people go in and rent things or rent to own and stuff like that. If I don't have the cash for it, I ain't buying it. That way, when I get it, it's mine. I own it. Nobody can take it from me. Those are wise words, by the way. Never involve yourself in usury if you don't have to, because it always works in the other guy's favor. Never works in your favor. My sister rented to own a television one time. One of those big ones, you know. Look at my big old TV. It's like 20 feet wide by 350 feet tall. You know, one of those big TVs. Well, she rented to own it. So by the time she paid it off, she had bought like 3 of them. You know. That's not a very smart investment. And if anything should happen to it, you're still on the hook for it and you don't get it anymore. So, been there, done that. I might be talking out of my ass too. It might be somebody else that bought the big TV, but I think it was my sister. Anyway, the point is if you rent to own something, you'll end up paying 3 times more for it than you would if you just bought it. And if you do a little smart shopping and dig around a little while and be patient, that's another problem. People want it right now. So the first one they see, they buy it. But if you'll just find one, you know how much it's valued at. Now go find another one and see if you can't find it cheaper. Get maybe 4 different places and compare the prices, and you'll end up getting a better price, a better deal. Hey, there's a Kevin. What's up, my brother? Good to see you, my friend. Boy, the viewership is really fluctuating. It's been up to 4 and down to 1 and back up to 2, and now it's 3 and back to 2 again. What's going on? Are you guys just not interested? Is my life that boring? Do I need to like open a vein or something for your entertainment? Jesus, what's it take to get you to watch? All this Old Testament stuff, boring? I'm just teasing, guys. Y'all do what you got to do, I understand. We'll end up with about 20 views by the time we're done. That's all I can ask for. We do that here, LOL. Can't judge. We are a wing that now. A wing it now. We're winging it now. Oh, I got you. I am too, believe me. I live paycheck to paycheck, and I do mean that quite literally. If I miss a paycheck, my lights go out. So I'm like right on the razor's edge of surviving. I could go either way, teeter either way. But so far, and thanks to the Father, I have made it through every month on budget, and I've been able to pay for everything I needed, exactly everything I needed, and nothing more. I'm not making a profit, so don't think that. No, never boring. The Bible and God come first. Amen. Well, he's in there somewhere. I don't know if he comes first, but he's in there somewhere. He should come first. That's a tall order. It's hard to do. I'll freely admit that it's hard to do. It's hard to put God first and foremost in your life because the only thing you know is you. So naturally you look out for number 1. And that's what you're taught from birth, to look out for number 1. And if there's any left over, look out for somebody else. That's the way I was taught. But it's hard to say, well, I got to put myself in the passenger seat and let God in the front seat. And that's hard to do. It's hard to swallow sometimes. But if you're making an effort, that's all that matters, is that you're trying. That's all I'll ever ask of you, is to try. And with that, let's get to trying, shall we? I'm going to littleize myself for you. Here we are, all littleized. Thank you. That's chapter 19, verse 17, the great book of Joshua, if you're interested. And the 4th lot came out of Issachar. By the way, we're talking about dividing up the lots of land to the families according to their numbers. That's what we were doing last week. That's what we're doing this week. And before that, we just talked about who got what. Now we're talking about where that what is. That's why all of these weird names in the next 6 pages. But we'll get through it. We'll slog ahead on until we're through them, and then we'll get some good story coming. So just bear with it. Grit your teeth and bend your head down and run headfirst straight into it. That's what I'm doing. For the children of Issachar according to their families. And their border was toward Jezreel and Chesuleth and Shunem and Haphraim and Shilon and Anahareth and Rebeth and Kishion and Abez and Remeth and Inganim, that's it, and Enhada and Bethpazez, and the coast reacheth towards Tabor, and Shahazmah and Bethshemesh, and the outgoings of their border were at Jordan. 16 cities were their village. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the 5th lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families. And their border was at Helkath and Halai and Beton and Akshif and Alamech and Amad and Misiel, and reacheth to Carmel westward, and to Shihor-Libnath, and turneth towards the rising of Beth-Dagon. Beth-Dagon is one of those places that worships a false god called Dagon, by the way. It's a fish god, if I'm not mistaken. And reacheth to Zebulun, and to the valley of Jephthahil, towards the north side of Bethmek, and Neel, and goeth to Kabul on the left hand, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hammon, and Cana, even unto great Zidon, and the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre. Tyre is a place we're going to pay attention to later on in the book. The king of Tyre was the devil himself for a little while. That's the old devil, the Lucifer, known of as the cherub that covered. And the coast turneth to Hosah, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Akzib, Uma also, and Apec, and Rehob, 22 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. The 6th lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali according to their families. And their coast was from Heleph to Alon, to Zananim, and Adamai, and Nekeb, and Jabneel, unto Lechem, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. Notice how all these cities are turning inward towards Jordan. So one coast is on Jordan, and they're on either side like that. And then the coast turneth westward to Aznoth Tabor, and goeth out from thence to Hukkok, bless you, and reacheth to Zebulun on the south side, and reacheth to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan towards the sunrise. And the fenced cities of Ziddim, Zer, and Hamath, Reketh, and Chinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hazor. These are all big cities with walls around them. And Kadesh, and Idri, and Enhazor, and Iron, and Migdalel, and Horem, and Bethanath, and Bethshemesh, 16 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of Naphtali, the children of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. And the coasts of their inheritance was Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Irshemesh, that's it, Irshemesh, and Shalabin, and Ajalon, and Jethlah, and Elon, and Timotha, and Ekron, and Eltekah, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Jehud, and Bene-Berak, and Gathrimmon, and Majarkon, and Rakon, with the border before Japhon. And the coasts of the children of Dan went out too little for them. In other words, they didn't have enough space. Before the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. So now they have enough space. It only took one more city getting toppled before they did. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua, the son of Nun, among them, according to the word of the Lord. That's all capital letters. That's Yahweh. That's our Father. They gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah in Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before the Lord, at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. Thank God. That whole book is a mouthful I don't ever want to have in my mouth again, unless I read it 5 or 6 times and get to where I can actually pronounce all those words before I even start filming, which I should have done, but I didn't do because I'm lazy, and that's my flaw. The Lord also spake unto Joshua, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out for you cities to refuge. That's to hide or to rest. This apparently was a big idea in those days. People who were accused of crimes when they hadn't gone through trial yet needed a safe place to be, because they could be innocent. Innocent until proven guilty. That's kind of where we got that idea from, by the way. Another biblical stronghold that we carry over to this very day, which most people take for granted because they don't think it's biblical. Separation of church and state, as it were. But it is. Whereof I spake unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person unawares and unwittingly may flee thither, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. That's whoever's coming after him to get him for killing somebody. Well, unless you go through a trial and are proven to be guilty of murder, then what you have here on your hands is a accidental homicide. It's not the same thing. It doesn't carry the same sentence. And it would be a shame for someone who committed an accident to be murdered themselves for the murder. Blood won't cover blood in that instance. This is why they had the need for a refuge city. Keep in mind, it says nothing about people who are immigrants. Just so you know, that's not the purpose of a refuge city or a sanctuary city. Ooh, I'm such an extremist. Whew. And when he that doth flee unto one of those cities shall stand at the entering of the gate of the city, and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city, in other words, stand trial, they shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place, that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not deliver the slayer up into his hand, because he smote his neighbor unwittingly. He hated him not before time. It was not a premeditated murder. It was not something he did on purpose. So he doesn't deserve to die for it, which is the purpose of standing trial, so that you know whether someone is guilty or not. Who propagates that trial? Elders who were appointed forth by God, or by someone who was appointed by God to make these kinds of decisions. And he shall dwell in that city until he stand before the congregation for judgment, or stand trial, and until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days. Then shall the slayer return and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, and unto the city from whence he fled. And they appointed Kadesh in Galilee, in Mount Naphtali, and Shechem in Mount Ephraim, and Kirjath Arba, which is Hebron. Kirjath Arba and Hebron are the same place, in the mountain of Judah. And on the other side of Jordan, by Jericho, eastward, they assigned Bezer in the wilderness upon the plain, out of the tribe of Reuben, and Ramoth in Gilead, out of the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan, out of the tribe of Manasseh, the half-tribe of Manasseh. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them, that whosoever killeth any person at unawares might flee thither, and not die by the hand of the avenger of blood, until he stood before the congregation. Then came near the heads of the fathers of the Levites unto Eleazar the priest, and unto Joshua the son of Nun, and unto the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And they spake unto them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, The Lord commanded by the hand of Moses to give us cities to dwell in, with the suburbs thereof for our cattle. Oh, did we leave somebody out? Yes, we did. We left out the Levites. Why? Because God told us to, but he also instructed that they have a place to stay. They don't own it, but they can live there freely as long as they're alive. And the children of Israel gave unto the Levites out of their inheritance, and at the commandment of the Lord, these cities and their suburbs. So they got what was coming to them. And the lot came out for the families of the Kohathites, and the children of Aaron the priests, or priest Aaron, that's Moses' brother, which were of the Levites, had by lot out of the tribe of Judah, and out of the tribe of Simeon, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, 13 cities. And the rest of the children of Kohath had by lot out of the families of the tribe of Ephraim, and out of the tribe of Dan, and out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities. So that's 23 cities that they got. And the children of Gershon had by lot out of the families of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, and out of the half-tribe of Manasseh and Bashan, 13 cities. That's 33 cities. 36 cities, sorry. And the children of Merari, by their families, had out of the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and out of the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. That's 46, 47, that's 48 cities altogether for Levi that they can stay in. They don't own it, but they can stay in it. And the children of Israel gave by lot unto the Levites these cities with their suburbs, and the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. And they gave out of the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simeon, these cities which are here mentioned by name, which the children of Aaron, being of the families of the Kohathites, who were of the children of Levi, had for theirs was the first lot. And they gave them the city of Arba, the father of Anak, or the Anunnaki, as it were, which city is Hebron. So Arba, remember Kirjath Arba, or just Arba for short, is Hebron. It's the same place. In the hill country of Judah, with the suburbs thereof round about it. So Hebron was a pretty big place, by the way. But the fields of the city and the villages thereof gave they to Caleb the son of Juniphah for his possession. Thus they gave the children of Aaron the priest Hebron with her suburbs to be a city of refuge for the slayer, and Libnah with her suburbs, and Jatir with her suburbs, and Eshtemoa with her suburbs, and Holon with her suburbs, and Debir with her suburbs, and Ain with her suburbs, and Juttah with her suburbs, and Bethshemesh with her suburbs, 9 cities out of those 2 tribes. Out of the tribe of Benjamin, Gideon with her suburbs, Geba with her suburbs, Anathoth with her suburbs, Almon with her suburbs, 4 cities. All the cities of the children of Aaron, the priests, were 13 cities with their suburbs. And the families of the children of Kohath, the Levites, which remained in the children of Kohath, even they had cities of their lot out of the tribe of Ephraim. For they gave them Shechem with her suburbs, and Mount Ephraim to be a city of refuge for the slayer, and Gezer with her suburbs, and Kibzaim with her suburbs, and Beth-horon with her suburbs, 4 cities. Out of the tribe of Dan, El-Tekeh with her suburbs, Gibbethon with her suburbs, Ajalon with her suburbs, Gath-Rimmon with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Tanakh with her suburbs, and Gath-Rimmon with her suburbs, 2 cities. All the cities were 10 with their suburbs for the families of the children of Kohath that remained. And unto the children of Gershon, of the families of the Levites, out of the other half-tribe of Manasseh, they gave Golan in Bashan with her suburbs to be a city of refuge for the slayer, and Bishtera with her suburbs, 2 cities. Out of the tribe of Issachar, Kishon with her suburbs, and Debarah with her suburbs, and Jarmuth with her suburbs, and En-Ganim with her suburbs, 4 cities. Whew. Boy, let me tell you what. It's a sports update with Kevin Cox. Rays beat the Braves 7-5. Go Rays! Thank you, Kevin. Back to you, Jake. And unto the children of Gershon of the families of the Levites, out of the other half tribe, I read that, and out of the tribe of Issachar, Kishon and with her suburbs. I read that. 4 cities. Okay, so we're done with that. And out of the tribe of Asher, Mishal with her suburbs, Abdon with her suburbs, Helkath with her suburbs, Rehob with her suburbs, 4 cities. Out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh in Galilee with her suburbs, to be a city of refuge for the slayer. And Hamanathdor with her suburbs, and Kartan with her suburbs, 3 cities. Yeah. All the cities of the Gershonites, according to their families, were 13 cities with their suburbs. And unto the families of the children of Merari, the rest of the Levites, out of the tribe of Zebulun, Koknim with her suburbs, and Karta with her suburbs. That's a Klingon city. Dimnah with her suburbs, Nahalel with her suburbs, 4 cities. And out of the tribe of Reuben, Bezer with her suburbs, and Jahaz with her suburbs, and Kedemoth with her suburbs, and Mipath with her suburbs, 4 cities. Out of the tribe of Gad, Ramoth in Gilead, with her suburbs, to be a city of refuge for the slayer, and Mahanaim with her suburbs, and Heshbon with her suburbs, Jazer with her suburbs, 4 cities in all. So all the cities of the children of Merari, by their families, which were remaining of the families of the Levites, were by their lot 12 cities. All the cities of the Levites within the possession of the children of Israel were 48 cities, just like I said earlier, with their suburbs. These cities were every one with their suburbs round about them. Thus were all these cities. And the Lord gave unto Israel all the land which he sware to give unto their fathers, and they possessed it and dwelt therein. And the Lord gave them rest round about, according to all that he sware unto their fathers. And there stood not a man of all of their enemies before them, not one. Every one of their enemies fell. And the Lord delivered all their enemies into their hands. There failed not aught of any good thing which the Lord had spoken unto the house of Israel. All came to pass, just as it will in the end times. Just what God said would happen will happen. Some of it is already happening. Some of it has happened before. Some of it will happen again. And everything that God has said and everything that God has promised will come to pass. Mark my words, write it down that I said so. It will happen. That's why it's so important to read this book and slog through the boring parts, because all of it will come to pass. All of it. Then Joshua called the Reubenites and the Gadites and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and said unto them, Ye have kept all that Moses the servant of the Lord commanded you, and have obeyed my voice in all that I command you. Ye have not left your brethren these many days unto this day, but have kept the charge of the commandment of the Lord your God. And now the Lord your God hath given rest unto your brethren, as he promised them. Therefore now return ye, and get you unto your tents. Go home. You're done. The war's over. Congratulations, Israel. Mission accomplished. Yay! Man, I'm such an extremist. Get ye unto your tents and unto the land of your possession, which is on the other side of the Jordan River, in case you've forgotten, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave you on the other side of Jordan. Yep. But take diligent heed to the commandment and the law, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, charged you, to love the Lord your God, and to walk in all his ways, and to keep his commandments, and to cleave unto him, and to serve him with all your heart and with all your soul. Don't forget that law. If you don't do that, then all of the promises he made are void. You have to do your part to get his part. That's the rule. That's the deal here. Do not forget to serve the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul. Walk in all his ways. Keep his commandments. Pay attention to the law he gave to Moses. If you do not, you're not living correctly. And I implore you to live correctly, or so be damned. So Joshua blessed them and sent them away, and they went unto their tents. They had to, swim across that big river, but they got there. Shopping update. April is at Publix with my debit card. Pray. I'm afraid you're going to hell, buddy. Just kidding. It's a bad thing to send a woman with your debit card anywhere. You might not have any money left. But you know what? You'll eat good. So, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. It's worth it, I promise. Now, to the 1/2 tribe of Manasseh, Moses had given possession in Bashan, but unto the other half thereof gave Joshua among their brethren on this side of Jordan westward. And when Joshua sent them away also unto their tents, then he blessed them, and he spake unto them, saying, Return with much riches unto your tents, and with very much cattle, with silver, and with gold, and with brass, and with iron, and with very much raiment or clothing. Divide the spoil of your enemies with your brethren. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh returned and departed from the children of Israel out of Shiloh, which is in the land of Canaan, to go unto the country of Gilead, to the land of their possession, whereof they were possessed, according to the word of the Lord by the hand of Moses. And when they came unto the borders of Jordan, that are in the land of Canaan, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe of Manasseh built there an altar by Jordan, a great altar to see to. So in other words, this is the place where they're going to do their worshiping. Big, great, grand altar so that everybody can see it. And the children of Israel heard say, Behold, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half tribe Manasseh have built an altar over against the land of Canaan in the borders of Jordan at the passage of the children of Israel. And when the children of Israel heard it, the whole congregation of the children of Israel gathered themselves together at Shiloh to go up to war against them. Apparently they didn't like that very much. And the children of Israel sent unto the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the half tribe of Manasseh, into the land of Gilead, Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, and with him 10 princes, of each chief house a prince throughout all the tribes of Israel, and each one was an head of the house of their fathers among the thousands of Israel. And they came unto the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the half tribe of Manasseh, unto the land of Gilead, and they spake with them, saying, Thus saith the whole congregation of the Lord, What trespass is this that ye have committed against the God of Israel, to turn away this day from following the Lord? In that ye have builded you an altar, that ye might rebel this day against the Lord? ? Is this iniquity of Peor too little for us? Do you not remember what happened in Peor? Bel Peor? Remember that? From which we are not cleansed until this day, although there was a plague in the congregation of the Lord, but that ye must turn away this day from following the Lord. Do you not remember the plague we suffered because a couple of guys were worshiping a false god? You not remember that? Are you that stupid? Can you make a mistake and immediately make the same mistake again? Did you not pay enough the first time? Did not enough people die? And it will be, seeing you rebel today against the Lord, that tomorrow he will be wroth with the whole congregation of Israel. We'll have to pay for your stupidity. Notwithstanding, if the land of your possession be uncleaned, then pass ye over unto the land of the possession of the Lord, wherein the Lord's tabernacle dwelleth, and take possession among us. But rebel not against the Lord, nor rebel against us, in building you an altar beside the altar of the Lord our God. Did not Achan, the son of Zerah, commit a trespass in the accursed thing? And wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel. And the man perished not alone in his iniquity, but he took quite a few of us with him. I want you to remember that. Then the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the half-tribe of Manasseh answered and said unto the heads of the thousands of Israel, The Lord God of gods, the Lord God of gods, he knoweth, and Israel he shall know, if it be in rebellion or if in transgression against the Lord. Save us not this day, that we have built us an altar to turn from following the Lord, or if to offer thereon burnt offerings or meat offerings, or if to offer peace offerings thereon, let the Lord himself require it. And if we have not rather done it for fear of this thing, saying, In time to come your children might speak unto our children, saying, What have ye to do with the Lord God of Israel? For the Lord hath made Jordan a border between us and you, ye children of Reuben and children of Gad. Ye have no part in the Lord. So shall your children make our children cease from fearing the Lord. Do you not see how this is a problem? We're neighbors. You can't just go doing your own thing. We follow God. You can't follow something else because your children and our children are going to mingle. That's why you need tribes, so that you're around people of your own persuasion. It has nothing to do with race. It has to do with mentality. It has to do with faith and focus. Therefore we said, Let us prepare to build us an altar, not for burnt offerings nor for sacrifice, but that it may be a witness between us and you and our generations after us, that we might do the service of the Lord before him with our burnt offerings, and with our sacrifices, and with our peace offerings, that your children may not say to our children in time to come, Ye have no part in the Lord. Therefore said we, that it shall be, when they should so say to us or to our congregation, to our generations in times to come, that we may say again, Behold, the pattern of the altar of the Lord, which our fathers made, not for burnt offerings nor for sacrifices, but it is a witness between us and you. What's up, Diego? Good to see you, my friend. Glad you could make it. We are in Joshua 22:29. God forbid that we should rebel against the Lord and turn this day from following the Lord to build an altar for burnt offerings or for meat offerings or for sacrifices beside the altar of the Lord our God that is before his tabernacle. And when Phinehas the priest and the princes of the congregation and the heads of the thousands of Israel which were with him heard the words that the children of Reuben and the children of Gad and the children of Manasseh spake, it pleased them. Just got home from eating dinner with my family. That's awesome, man. I hope you enjoyed being with your family. So apparently this was some kind of big misunderstanding. They built an altar, but they built it for God. And they just wanted one on their side of the river, not one on, just they didn't want to have to go back over there just to worship God, according to the way I'm reading this. And so they were okay with that. They just wanted to make sure that in future times, everybody knew who God was. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the priest, said unto the children of Reuben, and to the children of Gad, and to the children of Manasseh, this day we perceive that the Lord is among us, because ye have not committed this trespass against the Lord. Now ye have delivered the children of Israel out of the hand of the Lord. That's probably a good thing, because if they went to war, they would surely succumb to the Lord, I promise. And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest, and the princes returned from the children of Reuben and from the children of Gad out of the land of Gilead unto the land of Canaan to the children of Israel, and brought them word again. And the thing pleased the children of Israel, and the children of Israel blessed God, and did not intend to go up against them in battle, to destroy the land wherein the children of Reuben and Gad dwelt. And the children of Reuben and the children of Gad called the altar Ed. Because why not? Could have called it Wilbur, but they called it Ed instead. For it shall be a witness between us and the Lord is God. Amen. The Lord is God. And it came to pass, a long time after the Lord had given rest unto Israel from all their enemies round about, that Joshua waxed old and stricken in age. And Joshua called for all Israel, and for their elders, and for their heads, and for their judges, and for their officers, and said unto them, I am old and stricken with age, and ye have seen all that the Lord your God hath done unto all these nations because of you. For the Lord your God is he that hath fought for you. Behold, I have divided unto you by lot these nations that remain, to be an inheritance for your tribes, from Jordan with all the nations that I have cut off, even unto the great sea westward. And the Lord your God, he shall expel them from before you, and drive them from out of your sight. And ye shall possess their land, and the Lord your God hath promised unto you, as the Lord has promised unto you. Be ye therefore very courageous to keep and do all that is written in the book of the law of Moses, that ye turn not aside therefrom to the right hand or to the left, that ye come not against these nations, that ye come not among these nations, these that remain among you, neither make mention, don't even talk about it, of the names of their gods. Don't even mention them. They're worthless. They have no power. Nor cause to swear by them, neither serve them, nor bow yourselves unto them, but cleave unto the Lord your God, as ye have done unto this day. If you keep doing the way we've been doing, everything will be copacetic, and it'll stay that way. You go worshiping other gods, you're going to have trouble. Guess what they did? For the Lord hath driven out from before you great nations and strong, but as for you, no man hath been able to stand before you unto this day. One man of you shall chase 1,000. For the Lord your God, he is that fighteth for you. It is that fighteth for you, as he hath promised you. Take good heed, therefore, unto yourselves, that ye love the Lord your God. Give him the credit that's due. Worship the guy who has fought for you. Be his people. Don't give that to anyone else, fake or otherwise. I am the Lord your God, he says. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. nor any graven image. Commandment number 1. Else, if you do anywise go back and cleave unto the remnant of these nations, even these that remain among you, and shall make marriages with them, and go in unto them, and they to you, know for a certainty that the Lord your God will no more drive out any of these nations from before you, but they shall be snares and traps unto you, and scourge in your sides, and thorns in your eyes, until you perish from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you. And behold, this day I am going the way of all the earth, and ye know in all your hearts and in all your souls that not one thing hath failed of all the good things which the Lord your God spake concerning you. All are come to pass unto you, and not one thing hath failed thereof. Therefore it shall come to pass, that as all good things are come upon you, which the Lord your God promised you, so shall the Lord bring upon you all evil things, until he have destroyed you from off this good land which the Lord your God hath given you, when ye have transgressed the covenant of the Lord your God, which he commanded you, and he have gone and served other gods, and you have gone and served other gods, and bowed yourselves to them. Then shall the anger of the Lord be kindled against you, and ye shall perish quickly from off the good land which he hath given unto you. In other words, if you screw up one more time, God's going to get you, and he's going to get you quickly, and you're not going to stand a chance. You will be utterly destroyed, wiped off the face of this good land because of your stupidity. All you have to do is keep following God. That's it. For if you do anything other than that, he will destroy you. And Joshua gathered all the tribes of Israel to Shechem, and called for the elders of Israel, and for the heads, and for their judges, and for their officers, and they presented themselves before God. And Joshua said unto all the people, Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, your fathers dwelt on the other side of the flood in old times, even Terah, the father of Abraham, and the father of Nachor, and they served other gods. And I took your father Abraham from the other side of the flood, and led him throughout all the land of Canaan, and multiplied his seed, and gave him Isaac. That's God speaking. And I gave unto Isaac Jacob and Esau, and I gave unto Esau Mount Seir to possess it. But Jacob and his children went down into Egypt. I sent Moses also, and Aaron, and I plagued Egypt, according to that which I did among them. And afterwards I brought you out. And I brought your fathers out of Egypt. And ye came unto the sea, and the Egyptians pursued after your fathers with chariots and horsemen unto the Red Sea. And when they cried unto the Lord, he put darkness between you and the Egyptians, and brought the sea upon them, and covered them. And your eyes have seen what I have done in Egypt. And ye dwelt in the wilderness a long season, 40 years to be exact. And I brought you into the land of the Amorites, which dwelt on the other side of Jordan. And they fought with you. And I gave them into your hand, and ye might possess the land. And I destroyed them from before you. Then Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, arose and warred against Israel, and sent and called Balaam, the son of Beor, to curse you. But I would not hearken unto Balaam. Therefore he blessed you still. So I delivered you out of his hand. And you went over Jordan, and you came unto Jericho, and the men of Jericho fought against you, and the Amorites, and the Perizzites, and the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites. That's where they came from. And I delivered them into your hand. And I sent the hornet before you, which drave them out from before you, even the 2 kings of the Amorites, but not with thy sword, nor with thy bow. And I have given you a land for which ye did not labor. You didn't work for it. You didn't earn it. I gave it to you. You didn't even deserve it, but I gave it to you. And the cities which ye built not, and ye dwell in them, of the vineyards and the olive yards which ye planted not, do ye eat. Now, therefore, fear the Lord, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, and in Egypt, and served ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve. Who's your master? Who do you bow to? Whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood that I caused, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, says Joshua. And the people answered and said, God forbid that we should forsake the Lord to serve other gods. For the Lord our God, he it is that brought us up and our fathers out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage, and which did those great signs in our sight, and preserved us in all the way wherein we went, and among all the people through whom we passed. And the Lord drave out from before us all the people, even the Amorites which dwelt in the land. Therefore we will also serve God, for he is our God. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Pity you won't do it for long. And Joshua said unto the people, Ye cannot serve the Lord, for he is an holy God, and he is a jealous God. He will not forgive your transgressions nor your sins. If ye forsake the Lord and serve strange gods, then he will turn and do you hurt and consume you. After that, he hath done you good. And the people said unto Joshua, Nay, but we will serve the Lord. And Joshua said unto the people, Ye are witnesses against yourselves, that ye have chosen you, the Lord, to serve him. And they said, We are witnesses. These people are dumb. Now therefore put away, said he, the strange gods which are among you, and incline your heart unto the Lord God of Israel. And the people said unto Joshua, The Lord our God will we serve, and his voice will we obey. So Joshua made a covenant with the people that day, and set them a statute and an ordinance in Shechem. Joshua wrote these words in the book of the law of God, and took a great stone and set it up there under an oak that was by the sanctuary of the Lord. And Joshua said unto all the people, Behold, this stone shall be a witness unto us, for it hath heard all the words of the Lord which he spake unto us. It shall be therefore a witness unto you, lest ye deny your God. So Joshua let the people depart, every man unto his inheritance. And it came to pass after these things, that Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died, being 110 years old. And they buried him in the border of his inheritance, in Timnath-serah, which is in Mount Ephraim, on the north side of the hill of Gash. And Israel served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders that overlived Joshua, and which had known all the works of the Lord that he had done for Israel. And the bones of Joseph, which the children of Israel brought up out of Egypt, buried they in Shechem, in a parcel of ground which Jacob bought for the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 pieces of silver, and it became an inheritance of the children of Joseph. And Eleazar the son of Aaron died, and they buried him in a hill that pertained to Phinehas his son, which was given him in Mount Ephraim. And that's the end of that book. Ended rather sudden. Now we are on to the book of Judges, ladies and gentlemen. Let us see, shall we? I'm going to just read a couple of little spots and then I'll end it for tonight because we've gone an hour thus far. Now, after the death of Joshua, it came to pass that the children of Israel asked the Lord, saying, Who shall go up for us against the Canaanites first, to fight against them? And the Lord said, Judah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand. And Judah said unto Simeon his brother, Come up with me into my lot, that we may fight against the Canaanites. And I likewise will go with thee into thy lot. So Simeon went with him. And Judah went up, and the Lord delivered the Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hand. And they slew of them in Bezek 10,000 men. And they found Adonibezek in Bezek, and they fought against him, and they slew the Canaanites and the Perizzites. And Adonibezek fled. Guess he was a coward. And they pursued after him and caught him and cut his thumbs and his great toes off. Wow. The old 8-fingered fool. 8 fingers and 8 toes. Ain't a whole lot you could do with that. You can't hitch a ride, that's for sure. You can't thumb your nose at anybody. How about that? You can't eat porridge. You can't clog up a dam. You can't like this video. You have your thumbs? How about like this video? We're going to stop here at 1:7. I sense we're getting into a good story, so I'm going to stop right there. Can't highlight it. As usual, nothing new here under the sun. Go away, words. If you have your thumbs and your big toes, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon so you get notifications of when I'm going to be here. Smash that like button. Reach out and touch it. Just tickle it a little. It's right in front of you. It costs absolutely nothing. It costs no effort whatsoever. Just press it one time. That's it. We need the numbers. Hit that like button. Share this video with somebody you love. Better yet, share it with somebody you don't love. Find somebody you don't know and share this video with them. Bring them into the family. Make them part of the fold. Let's be part of the solution, not part of the problem, shall we? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you're thinking about. Question me, curse me, bless me, challenge me, conform with me, confront me. Hey, confront yourselves. As long as you're thinking critically, that's what I want. I want your brain to function. And if you love this ministry and you'd like to see it grow, and you want to support what I'm trying to do here, won't you please take a moment and go to paypal.me/JakeJohnsonBand. Every little bit helps. It's a win-win. It's a blessing for me. It's a blessing for you too. God notices these things. We live in a reciprocal world, and I greatly appreciate all your support. And with that, I will take your questions and comments. How are you guys doing? Did you enjoy that book? Was it exciting? It was a little bit to me towards the ending. Diego has joined us, and somebody's eating enchiladas and fajitas, and I had a fajita yesterday. I ate a fajita. And it was good, by the way. I ain't real crazy about them, but I'll eat them. I'm partial to taco salad. I like that. I like the ground beef and the sour cream and guacamole and all that. Lettuce, tomatoes. You could just take those ingredients and put them in anything, and it's good to me. I like it. And I like the fact that you can eat the bowl when you're done. Can't do that at McDonald's. I mean, you could, but it would be gross. How's everybody doing? Talk to me. Somebody say something. I feel lonely. You need one of these?
BJ, now I lay me down to sleep. Pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die before I wake, BJ, my best friend, right through it all, BJ. If I die before I wake,
All right. Mi fajita es bueno. Mucho bueno. Viva Vejita. Amen, Jake. Thank you, darling. I'm just coming up with excuses to use my things now. I got so many cool little deals going on. I even got one of these. Now that didn't work out. It'll come up eventually. It's that lower third thing. Shows up every now and then. I got it working again. It hadn't worked for about a week. About 2 weeks, actually. I got it working again. I reinstalled it all. That's what happens when Windows updates. Things quit working for some reason. I hadn't quite figured that out yet. Israel got free land. Did Biden also give them checks? No. No, he sends them lots more money than we get. Believe that. If you go look at the budget, I mean, I don't know if very many Americans have the wherewithal or the desire to do so, but you should really pay attention to all these bills that they're cramming through the Congress, because there is ungodly amounts of money going to ridiculous things overseas in almost every country but this one. And it makes you wonder, why are we paying taxes? I would rather pay taxes to China. If all my money's going to go to China anyway, or wherever it goes, Syria or Baghdad or wherever they send it for some ridiculous lesbian basket weaving underwater class or something, educating women in a country that they won't let women drive in, makes no sense. There's plenty of things in this country that need to be fixed, and I'm not saying you shouldn't give to less fortunate people. You absolutely should, but you should take care of yourself first. If you don't have it, you shouldn't be giving it. If you support me, if you decide to give money to me, it is absolutely imperative that that money is not necessary for you. If you need that money, spend it on you. If you have extra money and you want to help somebody do something good, then by all means, support me. Don't give me money that you could eat with. Give me money that you would ordinarily play with. Same thing goes for this country. We should absolutely help other countries, but we should not be helping anybody until we're fixed, because we got problems right here in our shores. And when we fix those things, then we can go help other people. That will put us in a position of strength, and they will be grateful for our help. Whereas now they're just taking advantage of us because we're pushovers and we give them all our money. That's why they're just now willy-nilly printing money, because there's no way to keep up with all this money. There's not enough gold in the world to cover the money they've spent in the last 10 years. I'm sorry. I don't think there's enough oil either. I think they're just printing money that has no value, and one day the economy is going to go, hey, that money doesn't have any value. I'm going to stop taking it. And then we're going to be up the creek without a paddle. Every time one of you women out there goes to the government and picks up your welfare check, I want you to think about that. One day, very soon, that welfare check's going to stop working because there's no money in it. Because you've taken it all. Not you personally, but programs like that. Every time you see a budget go through the White House, or go through Congress rather, pay attention to what's on it. And when you see all of the frivolous, weird, vanity project deals that are on there, you should question it. Call your senator, call your congressman and go, hey, what are you doing with all my tax money? And by the way, I'm just asking here, but if you can print all the money you want, why are we paying taxes? You don't need my money. You can print your own, all of it. So why are you constantly forcing me to pay taxes? None to the churches. No, not one bit. They don't help the churches out at all. Matter of fact, it is bad to be a Christian in this day and time, according to the White House. No, they're not helping out God's work at all. They claim that by supporting Israel that they're helping, but they're not. They're helping war. That's all they're helping. And because they can make money on it. It's a bad situation we're in, folks. And you really need to do something about it. And the only thing you can do is vote in people who will work in your favor. And that's hard to do, especially nowadays, because they'll lie to you every chance they get. You don't even know who's going to work in your favor or not. Because it ain't the guy you think it is, I promise you that. Trump was a damn good president. On paper, he may be our best president ever. But he kowtowed to several things himself. And I think it was because there was nothing he could do to stop it, but he allowed certain things to happen that should not have happened. So even he did not work in our favor completely. So you can't trust anybody anymore. I would suggest, if my word had any power at all, that would be to fire the lot of them and start over. I don't think they're going to allow that to happen because, as Joe Biden says, what do you need an AR-15 for? We've got nukes and F-14s. Or F-15s, whatever they are. I know about as much about war jets as he knows about AR-15s. When the sitting president out and out threatens America with nuclear bombs if they revolt, you should really, really question your constitutional God-given rights. Because Amendment number 2 gives you a right to fight against tyrannical governments, not to be afraid of them and fear that they might nuke us. Which I don't know what the hell he's thinking anyway, because if he nukes us, he's going to nuke himself too. That's kind of stupid all the way around. He should have never even said that. Politicians are saying things they should never be allowed to utter these days. I think that the brain capacity of the leadership has gone down to such a level that it's almost a cartoon now. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. In fact, I'm sure it's not. It was a couple of weeks ago, but he sure did. He was talking about gun rights. And he said something about, I don't know why you folks think you need AR-15s anyway. I mean, we have nukes and F-15s. That's exactly what he said. In other words, if you revolt, we will nuke you. Your AR-15 won't stand a chance against our army. Which means that Joe Biden, in some way in the back of his mind, is contemplating sicking the U.S. Army on the U.S. They don't sound right in any context. But he said it. So don't censor me, YouTube. I'm just repeating what was said by our president. I didn't say it. He said it. You want to censor somebody, how about shutting his mouth up every now and then? I bet you we'd get a lot more done if he did. But no, you're more interested in taking power away from the people and giving it to the establishment because we're in 1984. Rant over. I didn't mean to go off, but that's just the way I feel about it. Can you imagine, though? Could you imagine Reagan saying something like that? Or Trump? They would have crucified him if he said something like that. Unbelievable. Smile. What do you think? There's a picture of you. I'll post that some other time. I got some pictures of some new furniture that I'm going to share with you guys over the next week, and some bunnies out there in the yard. I'm going to take some film of that and share it with you. I've got some pretty awesome bunnies in my yard. They come out every day and graze, and they're just chilling. They don't care. They don't even run from me unless I get on my motorcycle. They don't like that too much, but they just sit around. And they're pretty big bunnies too. So I thought you might enjoy watching them. And I got some other things coming too. So join us Wednesday and Friday for the chill stream to get some quality entertainment. If you've paid your dues and lived through Sunday and Monday's educational moments, you deserve Wednesday and Friday to just kick back and say whatever you want to say and do whatever you want to do and listen to some music, have good conversations, and listen to me rant and rave. And every now and then I'll share one of my op-eds with you like I did last Friday. I don't write very often, but when I do, I try to make sure people hear it. I don't know if Diego heard it or not. I can't remember. It seemed like you popped in and then popped out Friday. Now, I was meaning to ask you about that too. What happened to you Friday? Because you were there and then you weren't. Just vanished. Into thin air, as it were. But I wrote a pretty interesting piece about the country that we live in, and I shared it with everybody on Friday. And I'll do it again later. I'll write something about something and share that with you. My sister said it was a very wordy piece, but it invoked the desire to go get a thesaurus and look up the words so that you think about their meanings. That's why it was so wordy. That was a good apropos explanation of my overindulgence in big words. The truth is I'm just trying to sound smarter than I am. Either way, it got the point across. Well, it's Sunday night and I got to work tomorrow, so I'm going to beg on off of here. I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Say a prayer for everybody that needs it. We have some folks in our family that need prayer tonight. My sister and my uncle and my aunt all need prayer. So if you would, please say a prayer for them. And the power of prayer is amazing, and it does work, and we've seen it work. And so I would just ask anybody that sees this video to just say a little prayer for them. Make sure they get through what they got going on. And we'll see you tomorrow with some lighter New Testament stuff. See what we can get going on there. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Thank you for bearing with me through the impossible pronunciations and the less than lackluster reading. I am getting better at it, though. So, until tomorrow, I love you. God bless you. Peace. And may happiness abound and the pursuit thereof. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.